what I mean to say, suppose if I say okay, so what I mean to say that I think you have done with if else part, and also you have done with the else if part as well, right? Which means that if uh, if I say that suppose your marks are suppose your marks are marks of a student, suppose 85. So there are some conditions which if you get, if marks equals to you can say 98, right? Then you will get first division, something like this. So as of now I will not write println statement. Okay, so let me write it again. You can say first division. Okay, and suppose you have one more condition, then else if marks of the student equals to you can say 100, right? So okay, not 100, so we have already done that first division, so you can do like that. If your marks are 100, then you will get system dot out dot println, and you will write that first division honors, right? So I think you have already covered this, that how you that if else will work, right? Please confirm. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
So this we have already covered in the previous class. But what I mean to say that there is one more mechanism which is called switch statement, right? So what that switch statement will do, the Java switch statement executes one statement from the multiple conditions. So it is just like your if else if later, right? What is this? I am talking about this one, right? So that switch statement, if I write here, switch statement, just like else if, which is nothing but this one, right? So why we are using this switch statement? Because suppose here you are only having 2 to 3 condition, right? So this is if I show you, this is one condition, this is another condition, right? So here you have two, but suppose you have, if I say you have more than 5 condition, right? If you have more than 5 condition, then in that case you can use if else as well. But here what will happen, the process execution, or you can say your program execution will be slowed down, because every time, suppose if I show you again, let me remove this all. What I mean to say you will understand. So what I mean to say, suppose if you have one if condition, one if condition is there, after that again else if condition, right? So let me write brackets here. Okay, again you have one more else if condition, again suppose you have one more else if condition, right? So likewise you can have hundreds of else if condition. So what will happen, suppose you are saying that your mark should be greater than, you can say, here you have said 85, right? Suppose you are matching that condition here 85, right? So what will happen, first this will be compared, after that this, after that this, and then finally it will reach to this, right? So if you have hundreds of else if cases, right, so your program execution will be slowed down because every time each condition will be checked, then we will move to next step, right? So this is how else if will work. But what happen if you use switch case? What I mean to say, if you have 100 of cases, better go with switch case, not you can say else if, right? So if you have more cases, then you can use that switch statement. Why? Because switch statement will work faster in such cases, and let me show you how. So okay, so I think there is some problem with my mouse. Okay, so if I show you, okay, so switch statement works faster compared to if else because it will not. If I show you, right, so after some time I will show you that why it is working faster. So let us see the syntax of it, right? So this is one general expression you will write. So here you will write this keyword, right? So this is fixed, you cannot change this. Here you will write some expression, right? So we will be seeing that in a short while. So here you will make some cases. So right, so whichever case will be true, it will directly come to this block and it will execute the code, right? And we will also see in a short while what this break statement will do, right? So if I open my Eclipse, suppose, so this I have already made this class. I hope you all know from the first class that how to make this class, right? So this is switch example class. So here I will write my all the code. So what I will do, suppose I will say one variable int marks. Suppose your marks came out to be you can say 98, suppose. Okay, so there is one student who got the marks as 98. So if I want to write I have three conditions that if you get 98 marks, I have three conditions. So if I get 98 marks, I will give 25% discount for student in next semester. So this is one condition our principal has said to everyone, that if you get 98 marks, then I will offer you 25% discount in the next semester. But if you get 99% marks, or you can say 99 marks, then our principal of the school has said that I will give you 50% discount, 50% discount in the next semester. So this is one condition. And there is one more condition which is called, if you got 100 marks, or you can say 100 percentile, then your principal says I will give you 80% discount in next semesters, right? So these are the three conditions. Next semester fees. But suppose you did not get 98, neither 99, neither 100. Suppose you got 97. Suppose you got 97. Then principal says sorry, you get less than 98%, or you can say marks, so no discount for you, right? So these are the four conditions. So if I want to implement this scenario in our programming, so you can use if else condition here, right? Just like we write, if I show you if, and then suppose you will again use else if condition as well. Again you can use the else if condition after that. Else, I hope you know that how to work with else if condition. But here you have only four cases, so you can go with the if else condition. But if you have hundreds of you can say hundreds of cases like this, then it is not better to go with the else if condition, as it will make your program slow. So I think I have already shown you that why your program will become slow, because every time first condition will check and then second, and finally it will reach to the desired point, right? So better here we will go with the switch case statements. So see here, so I think I have already written the syntax. So here it is, the syntax you can see. Okay, so recording is started. Yes. Okay, so here, okay, so we are not going to do else if statement here, right? So how to use switch statement? See here. So suppose this is your marks. So I will simply write switch. So this is, and after that I will write expression here. So here what I will write? I will write my total marks. Whatever the marks I will get, I will write it here. And inside that I will put curly braces. It is the starting and so this is the starting of this switch statement and it is the ending, right? So inside that I will write all my code. So let us make case 1. So what is this case 1? Case, so instead of writing 1 I will write my total marks. So suppose I get 98. So if you get 98 marks, so what will be the case? And here let me, okay, so let me write it here only. So I will say, so system.out.println, I will say this line: if you get 98 marks, 25% discount for the student in the next semester. Okay, after that there is one more case, which is case if I get 99 marks, I will say simply, so this line will going to be the same, just we have to change one thing here. So I will say 25 instead of 25 I will say just 90, sorry, yeah, 50%. So this is, if you get 99 marks, you will get 50%. And let me write case here. Okay, so there is one more case left, which is case if you get 100 marks. So what I will say, 80% discount. So just copy this line again, just change one of the line, and I will say, what is this one? Yeah, 80% discount, right? So this is one case we have designed, right? So what will happen? Suppose your marks are 98. So 98 will come here because this is the value of the marks variable, right? So 98 will be present here. So it will not compare every time. It will directly, suppose 98 will come here, right? Or you can suppose 100 will come here. Let me go with the 100. So it will not compare 100 with 98, right? It will directly reach to this block. Automatically it will reach to this block. It will not do like else if statement, comparing one statement and then coming to next. It will directly jump to this statement because here you have 100 marks. So this is the reason that switch case statement will work in a better way if you have more statement. So you can see the case here. So as of now I have not put this statement. Okay, so we will put this in a short while. So till now it is clear to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I run this program, okay, so you will see what will happen. Let me first run this program. So if I show you, you can see it directly first marks are 100. So 100 will come here. Instead of comparing these two, right, it directly reached here and executed this statement, right? So this is, you can do, suppose, but if you see, if I say 98 here, right, so you will think that this will be the output, only this will be the output, but you will see some more output in your console. So I think, yeah, so you can see according to you that if 98 is the mark, then only this line should execute, but you will see that it has also executed these two lines, case 99 and 100. Why? Because I have not put this statement, which is nothing but break. So what this statement will do, break statement, if I put here after that, so if I write break here, right, so writing it is optional, but if you do not write, it will execute each and every statement after that. So here if you write or not does not matter, but let me write it here as well. So what this statement will do, you can assume this, that it will simply say that do not execute next cases, right? So it will just execute this one, and after that it will come out of this switch statement, right? So if I run this time, so again you can say 25% discount this time, right? So if I put 98, so it will just give me 25% discount, and if I give 99, so again it will just execute only one statement. So okay, so right, you can put break statement after every case so that it will not execute rest of the cases, right? So there is one more scenario which we have not covered as of now, that if you get any marks apart from these three marks, 98, 99 and 100, suppose you get 97 or below 90, right? Then your principal says sorry, you did not get the less than 98%, so not discount. So you can define some like this, right? You can say there is one statement which is called default in this switch statement as well. So what will happen if I say, okay, so let me copy this line only. So if I, so there is one shortcut if you do not want to write this line every time. So if you write like this after control and space, so automatically it will generate that statement for you. So this is one shortcut I am using. So okay, so what is this default statement? Suppose this condition does not match. Okay, so this is also not matched and this is also not matched, right? So it will automatically execute, right? Default means if any of the condition which is 98, 99 and 100 do not match, which means your whatever the student you have, he do not get 100 marks, 99 and 98, right? He got somewhere lesser than 98, right? Or 99 you can say, right? So this is how default statement will execute. So I think I have also written here, there is one more statement which is called default, sorry, there is one more case which is called default case. If these three condition does not match, right, automatically this will execute, right? If all the cases are not matched, this whatever the code you will write, it will execute. So if I show you, so as of now, what is the marks you have? Suppose you got 97. So if you see 97 is not the case, this is also not the case, and this is also not the case, right? So in that case, if I run this line should execute, right? Because you are getting less than 98% marks. So this line will execute. Click OK. So then the principal says, sorry, you got less than 98%, so no discount. So is it clear to everyone that how we are using that default case?
Yes. So I have one question. If
Yeah.
we want, if the marks is 80 to 90%, then we got 25% discount. 70 to 80%, then we got 15% discount. And 60 to 70, then we got 10% discount. Then how we can write in that case condition?
No, no, you cannot use that just like that. If you are trying to do right greater than 70, you cannot put it here. This is one disadvantage you can say, right? If you
So
have
in
some,
this condition,
It is only used for the fixed values. This is what you are going to say.
sorry,
Which case is for the fixed values?
yeah,
Means we
if you
need
have
we
fixed set
need
of
some
value,
fixed
then you can
values.
apply. You cannot use greater than or less than operator here, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
so
In some
for
cases
this
we can
condition,
use the conditional statement, right?
In
so
that
for
case,
this
if you want to use that between one, then in that case, if else is better. But you have some fixed set of
In cases we can pick the if else condition. There are some course I saw that in switch cases they use the conditional methods to
yeah, yeah.
elaborate some.
If you have fixed set of some cases, then you can go for a switch statement. Otherwise, if you want to that if your marks are between 70 to 90, then here it is not possible, right?
okay, so what we can use?
Sorry.
So what we can use in this condition in between?
If you
If else.
used to have that in between, then you have to only go with else if.
So if I have approx 100 condition, then we go for 100 else if condition.
So here, if you want to use that, if you are not able to use that between condition in that switch case, so in that case you have to go with else if only.
Oh no, I have one question. If
Yeah.
I have 100 condition, then
Okay.
we go for 100 times else if, or there is any alternate method?
Yeah. So as of now, those methods are not discussed yet. You will not go for the 100 else if condition, right? So
Yeah.
you can store your data somewhere else, right? So we will see that those later. As of now, we have not discussed those concepts, so there are alternative ways as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we will see them. Okay.
Okay. No, no issue.
So here you cannot use what I am saying, that here if you have 100, so that you cannot use that 100 greater than 78, just like we did it in the else if. So here if I do this, right, so what will happen again if I run it? So then the principal says, sorry, you get less than 98%, so no discount, right? So this is how default case will work. So is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, clear.
Okay, so let me show you one thing. I think you have not done this. Okay, I will show you in a, okay, so let me show it here, how this program will work. So there is one concept of debugging in Java. So actually this Eclipse tool will help you to debug your program. Debug in the sense you will be able to see that how your program flow is working. So if I show you, so let me put one breakpoint here. So double click here, right? So is your breakpoint. If I show you line breakpoint switch example, right? So here if I right click, so as of now I was running like this, run as Java application. This time I will do debug as Java application. So you will be able to see how our program execution is working, right? So if you are a beginner and if you are just learning the programming and you do not have any experience in programming, so I will suggest you to apply this approach in every program, so that you will get one clear understanding that how your program is working, right? So as of now you can see this line is executed. So on in the memory you can say one variable is created which is having the value as 97, and if I show you value is 97, right? So switch of 97, it will directly come here, where it is. So as of now 97 is not present here, here and here, so it will directly reach to this block. So if I execute this, you can see it did not come here, but it directly reached to this point, right? And after that if I click this step over, it will execute this flow. So again if I show you one more time, so let us take 100, or you can say 99. So click on debug as Java application. Okay, so again this time 99 will come here. You can say marks equals to 99. It is created in memory. Switch of 99, so it will directly come to this block. So if I execute this, you can say it came here. It will execute this line, and after that it will come here, right? So if I show you, so you can see after that with the help of this we will come out of this switch block, right? So this is how you can see how your program is working, right? So we came out of this block, and after that our program will terminate. So this is how you can also apply that, you can say, right? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I think, okay, so let me take one more example. Okay, so I think this we have done. So what will happen if you do not put this default statement, right? So will it going to throw any error? So let us check, right? So as of now, let me say marks are 55, right? So this time you will see if I run this programs, you can see program is terminated, which means program execution is finished, but nothing is printed because it will not throw the error. But if you do not put this default statement, if you do not put this default statement, what will happen? What, suppose one user is executing this program, right? So he will never be sure that why I am not getting any of the output, right? So it is mandatory you should put some condition here, right? So that the whoever whatever the user who is using this program will understand that okay, my marks are not my marks are less than 97, so I am getting this message. So if you do not write this message, he will be confused that why I am not getting any of the output, right? So you have to write that default statement as well to make the program clear to end user, right? So after that if you put break or not, this will be the last statement, so it does not have any issue, right? So this is how you can use switch statement. So I think let us see uh, one more example as well, right? So how we can work with this. Suppose, so as of now, let me copy this and paste it here only. So I will be sharing this file with you all. Okay. So let me put that code here. So let me write one more code. Suppose as we are having classes on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, right? So I will say uh, this time you can also use string here, right? So as of now I have used 98 very integer value. You can also use double string here, right? So let me show you how. So if I say, let me say string day. Suppose today's, I think, okay, so let us go with the Monday only. So suppose there is Monday, and also I will say string what is the schedule of you people on Monday. So we have classes Java and Selenium class on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So as of now I am not writing it here. I will show you that why I am writing this as double quotes. Okay, so if I show you this time, I will say instead of marks I will say day. Okay, so this Monday will come here, right? So I will form one case if the day is Monday. If the day is Monday, then I will say what is the schedule of you on Monday. We have the class, right? So I will say this variable schedule variable equals to class of Java in Monday morning, right? So this is what we are doing. So we have the class today as well. Okay, so this is one case. Let me form for the remaining days, which is, so let me form 6 more cases for all the. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So as of now I did not make the default one, so Monday and then Tuesday. So Tuesday I can define that as what is the what is the task you will do on Tuesday. You will complete the assignment. So assignment task. Okay, again after that Wednesday you will again have the class. So I will write Wednesday case here, and here Thursday. So again you have to complete the assignment. So this is, I will write assignment task. Okay, if I say Friday, again you can say what is the, yeah, you have the class. So let me, okay, I should not remove this class of Java, right? And then Saturday and Sunday you do not have any classes, so let me write Saturday case, and let me write for Sunday as well. So these are the different cases I formed. So with this kind of fixed condition, right? So you have fixed number of day, right? Monday, Tuesday. Here better you can go with the switch condition, switch statements, right? So what is the schedule of you people on Sunday? Sorry, on Saturday and Sunday. So I can define like that. Uh, rest day. You can say rest day. I will we will rest in the weekend. So rest day is the condition I am giving. Rest day. So as of now I did not use the default one. So after that let me put break. So what is the error here? Okay, so remove this. Okay, so this we have formed, and suppose after once we will execute this block, right, from here to here. After that I will print my variable, which is nothing but I will print this. Okay, no double quotes. So I will be showing you in the debug mode as well in a short while, so you will understand. Okay, so what I am doing here. Okay, so suppose this Monday, right? I think so. Today is not Monday, but let us assume that today is Monday. So if I debug this program, so you can see one string variable day is a form which is Monday, and there is one string variable schedule. So here I have not given any value, so it is empty, right? You can see a string of zero length, right? So this is empty, right? So once we will reach here, so the day is Monday. So which case it will come? It will come to this case, right? Monday. So you will see it will come to Monday. So here, as of now, this variable do not have any string value, but once this line will execute, so whatever the message you have written here, with the help of the assignment operator, right? This is our assignment operator. This value will come to this variable. So if I keep an eye on the right hand side, you will see the change in the value. You can see if I show you, this value came here, right? Class of Java in the Monday morning. So this variable have the value, but after that I've written break statement. What that break statement will do, we will not going to execute all these cases, and we will simply come out of this if sorry switch statement, right? So if I execute this line, so you came outside, and after that you are just printing your variable, which is nothing but the schedule. So this has the value, this class of Java in the Monday morning, right? So you can do this. So this is how your this program will work, right? So you can have, suppose you have Tuesday. So if I say you have Tuesday, sorry, let me take Saturday. So if I write Saturday, this time you will see rest day is the output. You can say rest day, right? So this is how you can work with switch condition as well. But suppose if I write something like that, November, instead of day I will write November. Suppose, right? What will happen if I write November? You will see we are not getting any of the output, because November is not the weekdays, right? So it is the month name. So in that default case, I will put one condition: if someone will enter the wrong month, then what I will do, I will just say default, or you can say default case, right? So I will say, you can do like that, schedule, or I will just print one line, system.out.println invalid, so that user will aware that I have entered the incorrect weekday, right? Invalid weekday. So this time it will make sense if I write November here. So it will give me one message that you are entering the month name. Please give the correct one, right? So it has not executed. Okay, why it is not executed? So okay, let me run it again. So it is not printing any statement. So they will come in November. So it will not match with any of the case, and after that we will directly reach to this block.
We should give schedule equal to invalid weekend.
Sorry.
We should give schedule equal to invalid weekend, or is that fine with system.out.println?
No, I have given that system.out.println here only, right? You can see. So it
Yes.
should print. So let us debug that, right? If you do not find, uh, if you are feeling that what is happening wrong in my program, you can just debug that, so that it
Yes.
will be easier for you. So what is this November? So it will not match with any of the cases, right? And we should directly come to this block. So you can see we came here. So it should execute. Let me click this. So earlier I thought, okay, so what happened if I execute this as well? Actually, it is just we are not print. We have to comment this, right? It is not printing anything. So terminated because I was in debug mode. So actually, what is happening? If I again run this, So actually it is actually printing. If I show you, right, it go on, right. So after that it is printing nothing because it do not have any of the value, right. But you can see that invalid weekday, right. So that user will understand I have done something wrong and I should enter the correct weekday. So is it clear to everyone?
Acha.
Okay. So okay, so you can work with this. So let me also copy this code and write that inside the, so copy it from here to copy this and I will paste it here so you can view it later. So this I printed, this I printed, right. So you can refer it later. So let us just, so this is how you can work with switch statement, right. So that's all for switch case. So let us discuss one new concept which is called loops in Java, right. So actually from this onwards, right, so these topics are very important. So earlier topics are also very important, but you will see that you are going to use this loops in more than 99% of your programs, right. So what are loops? If I talk about that simple definition, loops are used to repeat a block of code. So suppose there is a, let me create one more class. So let me create one class which is called loop example. So public, again we have to create main method. I should have checked the tick button so that I need not have to write, but let me write. So this is our main method where our program execution will start. So suppose there is one string variable which is called name equals to Sumit. So if I want to print this 5 times, what I mean to say, if I want to print the value of this name 5 times, I can do like that. Name. Again, I will copy this. Right. So if I want to print this name 5 times, what I can do, I can simply say this. Right. So it will print the Sumit 5 times, right? But suppose if we want to print it 100 times, right. So you can do that as well. Just copy this and paste this line 100 times, but it is not a good idea to again and again repeat the same line, right. So that for loop, or you can say the loops, will going to help us if you want to perform this task, printing this task again and again. We can use for loop, right. So with the help of that we can print this according to our requirement, right. So if you want to print that this sum with 100 times, you can just use loop concept and we can print this, right. So if I show you, first of all we will discuss that for loop, right. So after that we will discuss while, do while, right. So these are the loops as well. So as of now let us go with this loop only, which is for loop. So this is the syntax. You can see how you have to write that. First you have to use this for keyword. So for you have to write, and after that you have to put brackets like this. Here first of all you have to do initialization, which means okay, I will show you, don't worry. So here you will show what is the condition, right. So there is some condition. So let me write it one here. Loops are used to repeat a block of code until the condition holds true. So why I am writing this until the condition holds true? So here you will write one condition in the test. Instead of test you will write one condition. So you will tell when you have to stop your loop, right. Otherwise it will run for forever if you do not provide any condition. So right, so after that you have to put semicolon, and here I will just whatever the variable value I will give in that initialization part. So if I show you here only, let me show. So if I say, suppose I have one variable, I have taken one variable which is called integer of I. So as of now let me not provide any value here, but what I will do, I will write I equals to 1 here, right. And after that I will say I plus plus. So what is this I plus plus? This I plus plus is nothing but you can say I will simply incrementing value of I, right, by 1, by 1. So if I write I plus plus here, right, so I will be most many of the time I will write I plus plus here only, right. So after that I will write one condition, right. So I equals to 1, and after that at the end I will say I plus plus. Here I have to write if I is less than 5. So what will happen, it will first check this condition, 1 less than 5, condition will become true, so then we will execute our code. After that I value will become 2, so this time it will check 2 less than 5, so condition will become true, then we will go inside the block and execute our code. Likewise it will go up to 4, when I equals to 4, 4 less than 5, condition will be true, again we will execute our code. But when the last time it will say 5 less than 5, condition will become false and we will stop, right, so that we will come out of this for loop. So this is the reason providing that test condition is mandatory, otherwise your loop will not stop, right. So let us see this here only, right. So let me, I have to print this Sumit 5 times or 100 times you can say. So what I will say, I will use for loop. So I have not written anything as of now inside this. So this is the starting of the for loop, this is the ending, and this is the keyword, right. After that you have to provide these two brackets, okay, and after that here you have to write, you can take any variable, suppose I will say you can take I, you can take j, k, any variable you want, right. You can take this name as well, right, it's up to you, right. So I will say, you can say I, let me go with I only. So I equals to 1, here I have initialized, right. I have initialized my variable I equals to 1, so this is the first step, initialization, right. So this is the, right, initialization, I equals to 1 I have initialized, and after that I will put one condition, when I value will become less than 5, I need to stop, so I have provided one test condition here, and after that I will say I plus plus, right. So here I will write whatever the, so suppose I have made this string, so let me put it outside, right. So inside that I will simply write system.out.println name. So how this program execution will work, let me show you in the debug mode again. So if I put one deep, okay, so you can also try this when you will work for the first time. Just place one debugger here, it's up to you where you, so if I place it here, your program execution will stop here, right. If I place it here, then you will directly come to this point. So let us go with the first line only, right click, debug as Java application. So as of now this line is not executed because it is highlighting this, so we are here. And after that, once you will say step over, click this step over, so that you can see on the right hand side one variable which is having this, like it is having some hash value, or you can say, okay, so just consider this name variable will hold the name Sumit. So as of now this line is also not executed, we are here, right. So to execute this line, what I will do, I will simply click this I equals to, sorry, step over. So you can see, first of all I value equals to 1, it will start like this, I equals to 1, right, and it will check this condition, 1 less than 5, you can see 1 is less than 5, condition will become true, we will come inside. So we come inside, and after that if I say it again, this line will execute and it will print our value, which is nothing but Sumit, right. So as of now you can see I equals to 1 only, right. So but if I execute it again, this step will execute, it will increment the value of I by 1. So click this, you can see the value of I will become 2. And also remember this line will only execute for the first time, after that these two lines will execute, right. So it will just execute for the very first time, after that you have to focus on these two lines only. So now 2 is less than 5, condition true, right, we come inside, and after that we will execute our for loop. Okay, again as of now value of I is 2 only. Okay, so I'm saying consider these two lines, right. This line will only execute for the first time. Okay, so 2 is less than 5 we have done, right. So as of now I value is equals to 2, but once we will execute this block, we will check this, actually we will execute this statement, third one, it will increment the value of I by 1. So this time I value equals to 3, you can see on the right hand side, right? So that 3 value will again going to compare with this 3 less than 5. So condition true, we come inside. So we will execute this again. These two lines will execute. So once we will execute this statement will execute. So it will increment the value of I by 1. So this time I value will become 4. Again condition will be checked, so we come inside, right? 4 less than 5, again we come inside. So this time this will execute, right? So this executed, right? And again this will execute after that. So this time why we came outside, because 5 is not less than 5, right? So I hope you get some idea of that how that for loop is working.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Here, Sumit, if we go for increment with 2, it's
Huh?
I plus plus increment by 1. If we want increment by 2, then what we will do?
Yeah, you can do like that, equals to I plus 2, sorry, I equals to I plus 2. So let me also show you this in debug mode. So
Yeah.
okay, so before that let me do one thing. Okay, let me go with this only. So let me take some value which is called big value, right? 15. So if I show you again, debug that. So with debugging it will be very clear to everyone, right? So you can see again. Okay, so again this will execute, but this line will only execute one time. Again I am saying, after that these two lines will execute every time. So I equals to 1. So I equals to 1. 1 is less than 15. Condition will be true. So this will print my name, Sumit. After that, this will not execute again. After that, once we will complete this block, we will execute this. So I equals to 1. This time I value will become 2 plus 1, 3, and 3 will come here because of the assignment operator. So execute this. You can say I value has become 3 on the right hand side. So but 3 is less than 15. Again condition will become true. So we come inside and I will execute this line. Once I will execute this inner line, this block, I will again come to this one, right? You can see automatically, right? So as of now, you can say I value is 3, but this statement is not yet executed. So execute this by clicking on step over. So click this, right? You can say I value earlier was 3, 3 plus 2, 5. So I equals to 5. But after that, you can see condition again is true. 5 less than 15, condition true. Again, we will execute this inner line. So you can see as of now I value is 5, but once this statement will execute, I value will become 7, because 5 plus 2, if I show you, 5 plus 2 is 7. So I value is 7. You can see 7 less than 15, condition true. Again inner will execute. Again this time 7 plus 2, 9. I value will become 9. 9 is less than 15. So we come inside just like this.
हेलो हेलो सर।
Yeah, hello.
सर ये आप इंक्रीमेंट तो 2 से हो रहा है तो वो प्रिंट क्यों नहीं हो रहा है?
क्या नहीं हो रहा है?
प्रिंट इतना क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? अभी हमारा वैल्यू 9 आया है,
ओके.
इंक्रीमेंट 2 करते हैं तो प्रिंट तो 4 टाइम ही हुआ है,
हाँ.
तो
Okay, so
वो
you are,
प्रिंट भी अच्छा टाइम होना चाहिए ना?
no, it is not working like that. So let me show you that. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me
हम्म,
come here. I will explain here instead of in Eclipse. Suppose this is my for loop for integer I equals to 1 and I less than, you can say, 50. Okay, and then I equals to I plus 2. This is what I have written in my Eclipse, and here I have written system dot out dot println, and I will write submit here. Right. So suppose if I write I value here, right? So as of now, what I've told you, first this will execute this one. Okay. So I equals to 1 as of now. I equals to 1. Right? Okay, so let me, okay, so wait. Okay, so as of now, I value is 1. So value of I equals to 1. After that, we will check this condition, right? So this is how for loop work. This condition will be checked. So 1 is less than 15. Condition is true. Condition is true. So as soon as this condition will become true, we will come inside. We will come inside, and I will execute this line, and Sumit will be printed. So this step is clear to you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
No, actually, who was asking that question? I do not know the name.
Yes,
Yeah,
Ashwini here, sir.
yeah. So I value is 1. After that, once we will execute this inner, right, this one, this line, we will come here, which is the ending of the for statement, right? But as this is a for statement, it will again check this condition, right? So once I will come here, again after that, this condition will be, you can say, implemented, right? So this time, what I'm writing, I equals to I plus 2. I value is 1 as of now, but
Yes.
if I say here I equals to I plus 2, so I value is 1 as of now, so 1 plus 2 is nothing but 3, so I value will become 3 now. So instead of 1, this time 3 is the value, and this line will only execute one time, as I've told you earlier, so it will not execute this time, but this condition will be checked again, this one. So here you can see 3 is less than 15, I value is 3, condition will become true. Again we will come inside, and this will be printed. So again Sumit will be printed second time.
Okay.
Okay. After that, once we will come here, again this has finished execution, but again this condition will execute at the end. Once we will complete this block, this condition will be executed. So what is the statement? I equals to I plus 2. What is the value of I? I value is 3. So 3 plus 2 is nothing but 5. So
Right.
I equals to 5. So this time I value will become 5. Now again this condition will be checked. This will not execute again, I am saying, right? It will execute first time. So 3 is less than 5 is less than 15. Condition true. Again we will come inside. So this Sumit is printed again.
Yeah, means sir, ये print statement is depend on the middle condition.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
after
I
that,
understand.
so let me complete it now. Okay, so after that, Sumit is printed. We will again check this. We will again implement this condition I equals to I plus 2. So if I say I equals to I plus 2, so this time I value is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So I value will become 7. So again 7 less than 15. 7 is less than 15. Condition true. Again Sumit is printed. Sumit is printed. And after that, again, once we will complete this block, again we will check, we will implement this condition I equals to I plus 2. So if I say I equals to I plus 2, I value 7. 7 plus 2 is nothing but 9. So I value will become, I value will become 9. So again 9 will be checked, right? So this is how your, again let me write it here, 9 less than 5. So again your condition will be true. This condition is true, 9 less than 15. Again we will execute that inner line, which is nothing but Sumit. So let me take 11 only, right? Because it will take much time. So let me take the condition is 11. So as of now 9 is less than 11. Condition true, we print that Sumit. But if you see, after that this line will execute I equals to I plus 2 again, once we will complete this inner one. So if I say this time I value is 9, so 9 plus 2 is nothing but 11. So this time I value of I will become 11. But if you see that if I value is 11 less than 11, condition will become false. Condition will become false. So we will not go inside, right? We will just come outside of that for loop, and that for loop execution is completed, right? So this is how your for loop will work. So is it clear to everyone now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is how your for loop will work. So
Yeah, hello. Yeah, same we will do with decrement.
sorry.
Same we will do with decrement case. This is for increment case.
Yeah,
If we want to,
you can do. Like if I say, suppose I value is 1, and if I say I equals to, let me first go with the default one, I minus minus, right? Which means it will going to decrement your value of I by 1. But here there is one issue. If you try to run it, I think it will run in infinite mode. You can see it is running for infinite, right? Why it is happening? Because I have not changed this condition, right? You can also do that. So let me show you this also. So you can see that it will run for indefinite, right? It will never stop. So to stop this, you have to click on terminate, right? So what if I say, if I write 11 here, right? And instead of that, I will say greater than, I greater than, you can say 1, and I will say I minus 1. So if you see this, how this is executing, you can say it has printed 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So how, let me show. So if I again open my presentation, so let me also show this. New select. So if I write for loop like this, for I equals to, you can say 10, let me go with a small number, I greater than 1, and if I say I minus minus, and here I will write system.out.println. I am writing in short, so I will write Sumit. Okay, so as of now I value is equals to 10. So this, if after this will execute, we will so it will execute first time and then it will never stop, right? Sorry, it will never execute. As of now we will check this condition, 10 greater than 1, condition true, we will come inside and Sumit is printed. After that, once we will complete this one, we will execute this condition. It is decrementing the I by 1, so I value will become 9. So again this will be checked, 9 greater than 1, condition will become true. Again Sumit will execute, sorry, again this will, we will come inside and print this statement, right? After that, again we will come to this one. So it will again decrement the value of I by 1, 8 will come here. So 8 is greater than 1, condition true, so you will print Sumit here, right? Like that. So once we will print this, what you can do, you will again reach here, this one, last one, and again it will decrement the value of I by 1, so it will become 7, right? So likewise, this is how your for loop will execute if you provide like that. So likewise it will print Sumit, right? And once I value will become suppose 7 and then 6 and then 5, and after that it will become 2, right? Suppose I value is 2, so 2 is greater than 1, again Sumit will be printed, right? But after that, once you execute this statement, I value will become 1, and this time value of I, if I say 1 less greater than 1, this condition is false, right? 1 is not greater than 1. So this time what will happen, we will not go inside, we will come outside of the for loop and our for loop execution will be done. So this is how your for loop will work if you want to do that in reverse condition, right?
Yes, yes.
So here also you can give any condition like I equals to I plus 1, right? I equals to I into 2 multiply by 2. You can say I equals to, you can give I minus 3. It's up to you which condition you want to give, right? Here as well, as of now I am saying middle condition I greater than 1, or you can use this condition. So how you have to use that, you have to decide. I also can write I greater than equals to 1. If I do like that, then if your I value will become 1, if I do like that, equal to I greater than equals to 1. So 1 is not greater than 1, but 1 is equal to 1. So this time also condition will become true, right? So it will execute one more time. But when it reach 0, when it is 0, but 0 is not greater than equals to 1, neither greater than not equals to 1. So this time condition will false. So this also you can provide, like, so there can be n number of conditions you have to think that how to provide, right? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is a post increment, right? If
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
a
So
pre,
we have not discussed that, so I was not discussing that, right? So
okay.
even if you write which is let me show you, keep, if I if you give what this mean, okay, let me open it again, shift F5, okay. at the end, what I'm writing I minus minus. So this is nothing but post. So here we will not discuss that post increment, right? Otherwise, and you can also write at the end. Here, if you write I minus minus or minus minus I, it will have no effect, right? So this is called, if I show, pre-decrement. So let me write plus here. So this is called pre-increment, right? So we will discuss them later. But if you write that, as of now, simply understand that it will increment, both the statement will increment value of I by 1, right? So we will discuss that in some other lecture. Okay, so as of now, understand that. Or you can also write, if you do not want to write like that, if it is creating confusion, you can simply write I equals to I plus 1. Or you can write plus plus I or I plus plus. Both will have all these will have the same effect, right? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if I, okay, so one more thing I need to discuss. Suppose if I, so for loop execution is clear to everyone, I think, right?
Yes.
So I will suggest you to debug this program, right? Just I have showed you that right click, debug as Java application so that it will be more clearer to you, right? If you are new to programming, otherwise you can skip this debugging part. So if I suppose, let me go with this I equals to 1. Instead of 1, you can take 0 as well. So in case of arrays, when we will discuss array topic, we will take that 0 here, right? We will discuss that. So I suppose if I say I less than, you can say 7, or you can say 4, and I will say I plus plus, or let me go with plus plus I, right? So what happen if I put semicolon at the end of this for loop? If I put
Sumit,
semicolon, so
Sumit, your presentation is stopped.
sorry,
Your presentation is stopped. Can you present once again?
I am not getting your voice clear. Repeat again.
Your presentation is off actually. Can you please check? Presentation is off.
Your voice is not
We
clear.
cannot see your screen.
Yes, sir, we are not able to see your screen.
Oh, okay. It is saying
Can you zoom it? We can see small.
now you are able to see.
No.
Not yet.
Is it fine, right, for everyone?
No.
Sir, I think someone requested to share their screen because of that this happened.
Oh, okay. Who is doing that? Please stop sharing your screen. Let me share it again, right? Is it visible now?
Now,
Yeah, yes, sir,
So
now
from
visible.
which point
Fine.
you are not able to
Yes.
see my screen?
just 2 minutes, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, I
Debugging,
thought
debugging.
otherwise I have to explain that concept again. No issue. So for loop is done. But if I, what I was saying that this is my for loop. But if I put semicolon at the end, right, this one. So here this is technically correct syntax. So what will happen if I run this? If I run this, it has printed only one time, which is this one, right? So what will happen if you provide one braces like that? So internally, let me also show you. Let me put that in comment. So if you put like that, what will happen? This will say, this will transform your for loop to like this. For int I equals to 1, I less than 4 and plus plus I. Okay, so if you put semicolon at the end, then your code will become like this. So again, what I mean to say, if you put this semicolon at the end, then your for loop will become like this, which means it will do not have any code inside that. Whatever the code you have written, it will be placed in separate brackets, right? So if I execute this, so here I have written in my WordPad, MS Word as well, what I mean to say here. If you put semicolon after the for loop, it is considered as an empty statement. So once you put a semicolon at the end, it will become like that, right? It do not have any code, and whatever the code you have written inside that will be outside of that for loop, right? So, or you can also remove this if you want to understand that whatever the code you have written inside that will come outside, and for loop do not have any code. So this is also you should have knowledge that if you put semicolon at the end, what will happen, right? So this is one small thing actually I wanted to tell you. Is it clear to everyone?
We should keep the semicolon at the
Sorry,
end.
not clear your voice.
No, what I'm asking, so the expected thing is like we need to put the semicolon or not?
No, why you need to put the semicolon if you want to execute it for that 5 time, right? So there is no need to put semicolon. Actually, this is one thing, right? What if I show you here? Whatever it will be considered as an empty statement in Java. So in Java, if you put semicolon after the loop, it is just considered as an empty statement. That means nothing to execute, right? So this is you should not do. If you want to execute it 5 times, then why you will put, right?
Okay.
So this we have done system.out.println, right? So okay, is it clear to everyone? Then we will see one small topic as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so instead of explaining here, let me open that here only. So let us discuss. So let us discuss nested for loop. So as of now, we have discussed. So you are able to view my screen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
As of now, we have discussed this I equals to 1. So you can also take j here, right? It's up to you. Let me take j this time. J less than equals to 5, and I will just say plus plus j, right? So we have discussed one for loop, right? But you have also one more kind of for loop which is called nested for loops. So what I will do inside that this for loop, right, which is nothing but the left one. Let me write it again. Plus plus j. Inside that for loop, I can also put one more for loop, right? So let me write it like this. For I will say I equals to 1, I less than equals to 6 plus plus I. So here I will just say write some statement, you can see. And I will say suppose capital S, right? Only capital S I will print inside that. So let us understand now how that if there is one for loop inside other for loop, then how this will going to work, right? So let me explain you. So first of all, let me remove left one. So I have to remove one by one. Okay. And also let me go with 4. Let me go with a smaller number first. So let us take this to be 3, and this one is 2. Okay, so that it will be easier for me to explain. It is less than equal to, right? So as of now, I have not written int before that, right? Int I have not written, but suppose it is present, right? So when I will make the program, we will write it. But for the understanding here, I am not writing. Suppose this is one integer variable, I is one integer variable, j is one integer variable. So this is our j, this is our I. So this kind of for loops are called nested for loop. So let us see how this will work. First of all, this line will execute first one, right? This is the condition that will execute only once. So suppose a j variable is formed, j equals to 1. After that, this condition will be checked, right? After that, this condition will be checked. If this condition will be checked, so you can see 1 is less than equals to 3, condition will become true, and we will come inside. We will come inside, right? You can see we will come inside. So once we will come inside, again you will see one more for loop. But here you will see again first line will execute I equals to 1. So suppose in memory I equals to 1 is formed. I equals to 1. Again same. After that, this line will be checked. I less than equals to 2. So 1 is less than equals to 2, condition will be true. So we will again come inside, right? We will come inside, but this time we have to print this. So in the output, suppose this is your output box, S will be printed, right? One time. Okay. So let me write println so that our line will also change, right? So what is the difference between writing print and println? If I do not write println, our line will not change and we will see all our output in the one line, right? So let me write println. Okay, so once we will execute this one, again, what is the condition we have to check? We will have to increment the I by 1. So I value earlier was 1, but now I value will increment by 1, so I value will become 2. 2 will come here. Again, this will not execute because it is only execute first time. 2 less than equals to 2. We have one equal to sign here. Okay, this time. So condition will again true. We will come here. Again, one S will be printed in our output, right? So once this block will execute, this will execute again. This will execute, right? So now I value will become 3. And again this condition will be checked between 1, right? But this time 3 is not less than equals to 2. So your condition will become false. So if your condition will become false, you will not execute that for loop, right? So this for loop is over. Okay. So earlier, I hope you remember that when I was saying j equals to 1, we come inside, right? So assume that this when we come inside, this condition is executed, right? So once this is executed, what will happen? I will come to this statement plus plus j. So this time, and suppose this variable also got destroyed, which is not more in the memory, right? So now j value will become 2, right? So once j value will become 2, let me, okay, j value will become 2. So again condition will be checked. This condition will be checked. 2 less than equals to 3, condition true. We will again go inside. Okay, so here let me remove something. Actually, it is creating a mess here. So okay, so what I am mean to say again, this condition will be checked. 2 less than equals to 3. We will again come inside. When we will come inside, again whole step will repeat. Again we will check I equals to 1. So this is, it will execute only first time. After that it will not execute. So again I equals to 1 is created. I less than equals to 2, condition true. We will again come inside and print this in our output, right? Again, once this block will execute, we will again increment the I by 1, right? We will again increment the I by 1. I value will become 2. Again this between condition will be checked. 2 less than equals to 2. Again condition is true. We will execute this one, right? Again we will print in our output, which is S. After this block will execute, we will again increment the I by 1. So if I increment, I value will become 3. So once I value will become 3, this condition will going to be false. 3 less than equals to 2, condition false. So we will come out of this for loop, and this for loop is over, right? So once this is over, so this whole statement will again repeat. So this time we will again come in here, which is j equals to. So again I will increment the j, and this also has finished execution. So I value will no more be there in our memory. So this time I will write j equals to 3. So again, after this statement, this condition will be checked, just like we did it for a single for loop. So 3 is less than equals to 3, condition true, right? So if the condition true, we will again come inside, and again this for loop will execute it 2 times. So we will be seeing 2 more s in our output. So this is how nested for loop will work. So is it clear to everyone, or have some confusion? Because I think some mess is created here. Please confirm. Is it clear to everyone?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, I hope that it is clear because okay. So this is how, where it is. If I make the same program here, right? So time is over. Let me just take 5 more minutes. Then let me make one program here, right? So I will go with a small value. So suppose I will use create nested for loop I equals to 1, I less than equals to. So I am going with a small number in plus plus I, and int j equals to 1. Right? And here that I will print my name. So let us see in debug mode how that this program is working. So I think it will print 4 times. Submit 4 times in the output. Okay, I have given something wrong. I equals to 1. Okay, I think j will come here, right? So 4 times it should print Sumit. You can see 4 times. So let us see how this nested for loop is working. So let me put debugger here. I have already put right click debug as Java application. So this line is not executed as of now. Once I will execute, you will see I equals to 1. 1 is less than equals to 2. We will come inside and this for loop will execute now. Again j equals to 1 will be created in our memory. You can see on the right hand side j equals to 1, right? 1 is less than equals to 2. Condition will be true. We will come inside and I will print this statement. So Sumit is printed. But after that j value will increment because that inner for loop will complete first, right? Then only we will come to this, right? So this is how it will work. And j value has become 2. 2 is less than equals to 2. Condition will become true. It will again come inside and it will print my name. So it has printed. After that j value will again going to increment by 1 due to this statement. So j equals to 3. As soon as j equals to 3, this condition was not matched. So this is the reason you are directly coming to this point, right? It will just execute 2 times, but when j equals to 3, this condition will become false and we will again come to our for loop, right? So I hope you remember in our for loop earlier I was saying I equals to 1. This condition was true. We will come inside, but once this condition is executed, we will again come to this statement. So I equals to I plus 1 means it will increment I by 1. So I equals to 2. You can see on the right hand side. So when I equals to 2, this condition is also true. So again we will execute this whole code inside this outer for loop. So this is outer for loop, this is inner for loop, right? Again j equals to 1 will be created. You can see j equals to 1. J equals to 1 is created. 1 is less than equals to 2, which is true, right? So again I will go inside. I will print this. Then it is printed third time. And after that you can see j equals to 1, but now this statement will be executed. So j equals to, I think, yeah, 2. So condition is true also. 2 less than equals to 2. Again we will execute this. This is also executed fourth time, right? But now j value will going to be, as of now j is 2. As of now j is 2. But this, when this statement will execute, j value will become 3. This condition 3 less than equals to 2 is also going to be false. So we will directly come to our outer for loop. See how this one, right? It will not execute because condition become false. So in our outer for loop I equals to 2 as of now. So but this needs to be executed. Once this will complete, what is the last statement I have told, that this will execute. Again it will increment the I value by 1. But when it increment, 3 less than equals to 2 will not be the correct, you can say, condition, right? So condition will become false and we will simply come out of this for loop. And our program execution will be finished. So click this, right? You can see it is no more executing that for loop because condition is false. So this is how after that our program will terminate. So this is how that nested for loop will work. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
So likewise, you can have also one more. So we will not discuss that as of now. We just j inside that. If I say for int k equals to 1, k less than equals to 2, you can have many loops and number of loops inside another loop, right? So if I see how much time it will print it, I think 2 times, I think 8 times. So it will print 8 time or not. Okay, so I think here again I have written I. K will be here, right? So you can have two for loops inside one big for loop. So it should print 8 times, Sumit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so total it has printed 8 times, right? If I copy this. So you can do one thing, just try to debug the program just how I have debugged it, and you will be able to understand that how it is printing, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8 times it has printed, right? So you can again you can just put debugger like this, then you will be able to see how this for loop is working, right? So anyways, if you are feeling that let us first, okay, so if you are feeling little confused, so I will suggest you not go with this one, just go with the two loops and practice this. Once you are comfortable, you can go with the three loops as well. So anyone have any doubt?
हेलो
Yeah.
सर, इसमें जो है प्री इंक्रीमेंट और पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट, इज देयर एनी डिफरेंस? इसमें कुछ है क्या, ये अभी यूज करना है
क्या कह
या
रहे हो?
कभी भी यूज कर सकते हैं? हेलो,
हाँ, सुन रहा हूँ।
प्री इंक्रीमेंट और पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट में कुछ ऐसा है क्या, ये अभी यूज करना है?
नहीं, ऐसा अभी कुछ नहीं। जब हम while लूप पढ़ेंगे ना, अभी इसके बाद बंधन ही पढ़ाएगा वो, तो क्योंकि बंधन तब तक फ्री हो जाएगा, तो जब while लूप पढ़ेंगे तो तब वहाँ पे डिफरेंस पता पड़ेगा। अभी मैं बता नहीं पाऊंगा इधर।
ओके ओके, फाइन,
इधर
थैंक
अगर ये भी यूज करोगे तो कोई इशू नहीं है, बट हम
ओके
जब while लूप यूज करेंगे ना तो उधर आपको डिफरेंस समझ में आएगा।
ओके ओके,
ओके,
थैंक यू।
ठीक है, तो नेक्स्ट क्लास में शायद while लूप पढ़ाएगा वो। Okay, so that's all for today. So after that I will be giving you 5 to 6 questions so that you can practice with for loop, right? So thank you everyone for attending today's session.
थैंक यू।
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
thank you.
Hey, Sumit,
Thank you,
do you
sir.
have a class
Okay, thank
on
you.
Thank you, sir.
Friday?
Thank you.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Do
Thank
you have class on Friday? This Friday?
Yeah, you will have. Why? Is there any?
Well, I'm just asking.
Yeah,
Is there the right? So I don't know. Don't have
yes, there will be
any.
class on Friday.
Sir, we didn't receive any assignment for last class, sir.
Bandhan has not posted.
नो
No,
सर।
sir.
Okay, I will post. I will post. I think he will.
Okay, sir.
Actually, he has to leave for hometown, so he was busy in packing. So I will post. Okay, after this class.
ओके।
Okay,
Okay, sir.
ठीक.
Okay, sir.
Okay.